everybody, so it's Isaiah Taylor from the Autistic Modeler Society, and in this video I will now be focusing on the funnels. So as you know, Titanic, as everyone knows, I would say, had 4 funnels. It was pretty much it's pretty much the thing that people pretty much knows about the Titanic. It's 4 funnels. Most of the vessels of the time, especially the Titanic and its rivals, the Lusitania and the Mauretania, all had 4 funnels. Basically the funnels filtered smoke and other noxious gases from the boiler room, which was deep inside the ship. Like I said, Titanic had 4 of them. And if you want more information about the funnels and their function, there is a YouTuber named Ocean Liner Designs who does a lot of discussion about the mechanics and a lot of the mechanics of the ocean liners like the Titanic, and I will link his video about the Titanic's funnels at the in the description of this video. So yeah, I will be giving a shout out to Ocean Liner Designs for that. But yeah, the Titanic, 4 funnels, like I just said, distinct. Everyone knows that the ship had 4 of them, and yeah, so that's basically what the in part 5. That's what I'm doing. So you have your standard funnel piece. It came molded in white, so I just painted it black to make it easier. So whenever I put the flesh color, I would have already painted this part black, so I wouldn't have to go and take some paint to go over that, because it's already black already. And I can just do the bottom half, the color of the funnels in real life, which is a flesh color. I have already completed 3 of them, 3 of the funnels already, as you probably have seen in the previous videos. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I've already done the funnels already for the first 3 already. Have already been placed. So this one is going to be the 4th and final one. Now the Titanic had 3 operational funnels, but the 4th one, so that's the one here, was meant to both be used for just ventilation of chemicals, and also to make it look to make it look more aesthetically pleasing and streamlined, to make it look more symmetrical. Because I guess it wouldn't make sense to have just 3 funnels and to have all this open space here without that one. So yeah, 4 funnels to make it look more aesthetically pleasing, and then the first 3 were for venting noxious fumes and smoke from the boiler room. And of course, if you've ever watched Titanic, the movie, the James Cameron movie, you will understand that they would be these 3, 1, 2, 3, belching smoke, and then this one not really doing much, belching, or at least like emitting a kind of like vapor, right? So yeah, so basically the funnel consists of, I think it was like 8 pieces, which came in halves. Unlike the 570 kit, which I think also had halves, this is obviously a much more dynamic, much more robust. It's also bigger. They give you the water pipes, which is what these things are. They come separate. So blurry. Excuse me. Yeah, here you have the water pipes that run up alongside the funnel. So you have one here. Then I have another one here. Okay, and then I have some right there. Some more pipes that I had to actually repair because when you're trying to free it from the spruce, it would sometimes break. So I had to take some super glue and basically reattach some of the fittings that would come off. Like for example, when you would remove it from the spruce, it would kind of snare off part of it. So I had to take some super glue and glue that back together. Alright, so let's play a little game, shall we? What color do you think I used to paint the funnels? Was it this color? Camo yellow? Or was it this color? So obviously, if you can, if you can see, I obviously used this color. This is a Tamiya flat flesh. I've actually never even heard of that color, but this is my first time. But what you have to do is you have to do some research and find out a color chart of the Titanic, to like a color chart used for model kits and building models, especially the Titanic, to get an accurate paint job. And then of course I also asked a Facebook group that I'm part of that does model ships, what color do I need to use for Titanic's funnels, and they said Tamiya flat flesh. And so I bought it. I bought the spray, the aerosol can, and then I also brought the liquid acrylic. Okay, so I use this. So basically what I did was I took some simple black Rust-Oleum paint, excuse me, painted the whole thing black. Then I took some masking tape, covered this part, used tape to cover, so basically masking tape like this, covered the funnel, and then just covered the top half of the funnel, and basically took some Tamiya flesh paint and just sprayed pretty much down from that. And then I took some acrylic matte sealant from Mod Podge and basically sealed the paint with that. And then if there was areas like so see here, see how there's like some like chipping here, I'm gonna have to take some of the enamel paint, or is this acrylic paint? Acrylic paint, yeah, it says it. Acrylic paint, and basically take my paintbrush, take a small paintbrush, and patch those little areas up there. I used the same acrylic paint to paint part of the water coolant pipes. So I did that, and then of course I used the base paint as a white, as an ultra matte white base paint, and then of course I took a paintbrush, used the acrylic paint, and just painted from here up. And what you do is you try to line up the water pipes to almost a little over halfway up the top of the funnel, and figure out how much you need to paint this part flesh. And then I also just painted some parts a little bit lower than that, and there you go. You have a realistic water pipes that go on the side of the funnels, and they give you sets of two, right? So here's the main one. Here's the secondary one. This is not painted, but I'm gonna finish painting this. As you can see, there's white. It's still white here, but it's all painted over here. So I'm gonna finish that up with this this acrylic paint. Now for the inside, I painted it a. Sorry, is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Oh, here it is. For the inside, I in order to get a metallic finish, I used gunmetal. I used some gunmetal paint to paint the inside to give it a more metallic metal finish. And so with that, I just said that again for some reason. In order to add some weathering, I'm going to apply my Tamiya weathering master weathering dust and apply it to the inside. I'm gonna use obviously the soot. Excuse me. Yeah, the soot color to put some soot dust inside to give it a more functionality look. Okay. So I open that. Yeah, and of course it gives you the paintbrush and basically the tip for it. It's similar to a mascara brush, and of course I use the rust portion of this to apply some rust to my hull. So right. So here, and here. Went a little bit overboard with the rust, but I'm gonna have to touch that up with some white paint. So just checking to make sure it's not dried up. Okay, so transitioning from that, the ones that I've already completed, notice how for the whistles I added some gold and silver trimmings right there. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Do the same thing over right here. Gold. This is actually a chrome silver, and this is gold leaf. Okay. So little dab of Duya. So gold and then silver down here, and then of course do the same, and then of course just gold back here in the back. This is the primary. Excuse me. This is the primary piece. It has the whistle and the steam pipes. Primary piece. And then this is the secondary piece. So this is the back covering, and as you can see, it has prongs where you can. I just dropped it. It has prongs. Excuse me. Pick up and get that. It has prongs there, right there, where I can basically, when I'm done painting it, I can pretty much snap those two pieces together. It also came, and I don't have it on me right now, but it also came with some bracing pieces. Actually, let me go get that, and I can show it to you. So hold on. It came with some parts here that I painted, gunmetal. So I did that. And then I also here are the support braces that go inside all the funnels. So that go inside here, right? And then of course the final one. So yeah. So both this half and these parts, or should I say these parts rather, and these parts go inside all the funnels. And then of course you're going to glue all the additional steam pipes to the outside of the funnel assembly, and I have some instructions that detail that. So pretty self-explanatory. I also have some now of course obviously the funnels also have ladders on the top, sorry, on the front ends of them. The kit did give me ladders, but I decided that I'm going to use some photo etch ladders that I got, and I'm going to obviously attach the photo etch parts to the front, paint them in the same flesh color, and just attach them to where you see these little indentations here. So I'm going to do that. And unlike other kits in the past, one of the good things I like about this kit is that they already have the holes to stick the guy wires inside. And of course the boat deck has holes where the guy wires are supposed to come out and connect to the funnels. Okay, so that's pretty good because I don't have to guess where the guy wires would go, since it already tells me with these holes in both the funnel components and the boat deck. Now, in another video, I'm going to do a video completely on rigging and guy wires. So that's obviously going to include the masts. So it's obviously going to include that. And then it's going to also include the funnels. And I'm going to use two different kinds of guy wires for the funnels. So obviously I'm going to use the main black wires here, which I have easy line for, and then I'm going to use some rope colored easy line for additional guy wires that are going to actually connect to the very, very top fringe of the funnel. So yeah, so basically obviously the black wires are going to connect from here to the boat deck, but the rope color easy line is going to connect from the boat deck to the very top of the funnel. So for like extra bracing, because I've seen that in several paintings with that. So that's gonna look cool. And I actually have a special way of actually applying some of the guy wires. I'm actually gonna do a special video on that. So that's gonna be sometime soon. The next video is going to be about assembling everything I just told you. So that includes the boat deck and the main superstructure, and the promenade deck, along with the I guess you would call this the base. Connect the wires here. I got to buy some more connection wire. and then place that inside this, and yeah. So and then once I do that, but before I do that, I'm gonna make a video on building the cargo cranes, which will go here, and I have a special method on how I'm gonna actually make those cargo cranes light up. And if you probably don't know how I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna give you a hint: fiber optics. So I'm gonna obviously do a video on that. That's gonna be the next video. That's gonna be called attaching the main superstructure to the hull, and also the cargo cranes. Because I can't attach the superstructure and all of that stuff until I have everything lighted. I have all my fiber optics and LEDs in place, and once all that's done, then I can start actually assembling the hull, so it's not looking, you know, like this like half done creation. So, you know, a lot of things to get through, a lot of things to get done. And then after the rigging part, then I'm gonna do a photo etch video on the railings. I'm gonna do a video about installing the moves out the way, installing the stern and the docking bridge, which is going to require a lot of lights for that. Actually, right here I have the docking bridge here, because I'm gonna show a video on how I attach the lights to the bridge itself. So I gotta do that. I also gotta rearrange my workstation because it's looking a little messy, as you can tell. So I gotta do that. So a lot of good things coming up. Part 5 of this series. If you thought this was gonna stop at part 5, you were probably mistaken. I really want to instruct people on how to build a kit that is close as possible to the James Cameron filming model that Mr. James Cameron used. So obviously that's going to take a long time to do that. But part 5, I'm almost, I would arguably say, almost done with it, halfway, but there's still a lot of work to do. But once I get, like I said, all the funnels on. Oh, and before I forget, notice how there's an indentation with there's like a little slot where they go. Just plop it on, just stick it on there with some tester's glue. And there you go. So, yeah. So that's basically what we're looking at. Part 5, Part 6 is going to be, like I said, assembling all the parts together. And I'm going to also, in that video, also detail how I'm going to construct and light the cargo cranes, which are basically these babies right here. These cranes are actually in a I guess an operating position, but obviously Titanic is in this case is going to be at sea, so they're going to be more stowed, so they're going to be like this, right, as opposed to that. Okay, so yeah, so that basically sums up this video. Hope you found this video very informative. I hope you found some of my, I guess, gaffes a little entertaining. And yeah, so like and subscribe, Autistic Modeler Society. I also have a true crime YouTube channel that I do called Sinister Intelligence, which I'll also link below if you're interested in me doing other stuff. So yeah, that concludes this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.